Thanks everyone for coming out today. I know this is a Friday afternoon, and for you to get off work or just to come out, we really appreciate you coming out. My name's Kevin Lindsay. I'm the facility superintendent here at Franklin. So glad to have each and every one of you out here today. We're here for this great amenity that we're going to add to this park to help the literacy here in Franklin. So before we get started, I'd like to go ahead and ask the mayor to come up to introduce any alderman or anything like that. Mr. Mayor?
Wow, what a nice crowd, and thanks for coming out today. And what a special day this is, because we're always trying to make our parks better and more attractive to everybody. And you know, this is probably our most popular park according to the Sizzle Awards. So for us now to have this partnership with the county and the library and Friends of Franklin Parks and Franklin City Parks is a great opportunity for us, how we can put things together that improve our community. So I'm excited to read the book. I hope it doesn't have too many big words. I do want to recognize, I see Alderman Peterson here. I saw Alderman Martin. Are any other aldermen here? So thanks for coming out, and I know the Parks Department appreciates your support for this project. So to move this along, I'm going to introduce Mayor Rogers Anderson, who has had some part in this, and ask him to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. It's always great to come out to a beautiful afternoon. A little chilly, a little windy, but we'll get through it. Thanks for your efforts putting this together. You can't go wrong anytime you're doing parks and children and reading, particularly in the climate we're in today. Anything to get them out of the house and work and demonstrate our abilities to work together. And thanks to the city and their hard work and effort. And Ken, I do know there's a couple of other elected officials I want to acknowledge. I saw Sherry Anderson here. There she is, running for office. So thank you again for letting us be here. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you, both the mayors. That's great to have both the mayors out on a Friday afternoon at Pinkerton Park. So it happens very rarely. So before I bring up Tori Barnhill, which is the executive director of Friends of Franklin Parks, and by the way, if you are not a member of Friends of Franklin Parks, you don't know what you're missing. Today and right now is your invitation to try to be a member if you can. They're doing a lot of great things around the community. They've done a lot of great things out at Harlansdale, and this just shows another one of those attributes that they can bring to this park. So I would like to thank our Parks Department. Everybody in Parks Department, please raise your hand. They're kind of heavy weighted on this side. They had a lot to do with this. Our maintenance department, Tanner Ward's here, crew chief, Otto's Ice is here. We got Brian, Suzanne and her crew, Paige Cruz is here, just helping set everything up today. So before we, well, it's kind of cool out here today. We'll go ahead and get it on. Tori Barnhill, would you please come up? This is the executive director of Friends of Franklin Parks.
Okay, let me go ahead and start with this. Thank you so much for coming out. We are so excited for the ribbon cutting of this trail. We've talked about it for months, and I wanted to say special thanks to a few people, but also tell you a little bit about the impetus of this trail. So we being Parks and myself, we were at a conference last year for Trails and Greenways, and a lady was speaking about a trail, a storybook trail, and we just looked at each other across the room and we're like, oh my gosh, we have to have this in Franklin. It's perfect. It's for children. It's getting them outside in nature. It's reading. It's just all things that are great about parks. So we started talking in a Leadership Franklin class. Someone said, did you know Dolores was thinking about was very interested in that as well? And I'm like, oh, we'll call her. So we called her and we all got together and started planning it. She called the publisher in California, got the rights for this very free book that's being published in our park. We took a field trip to one of these storybook trails in Lebanon. We brought back chiggers. It was a good day. Fast forward, we got the cement was donated. It was just a collaborative effort, and that's what it's all about. It's everybody coming together to make it better. So I want to make sure I thank everyone. Let's see, we've got our elected officials, thank you for coming out, and the mayors for coming out to read, because it is the last day, I believe, for Read Across America, so what a perfect day. The sun came out, so that's obviously a good sign. Dolores for our help in the Williamson County Library. All the friends that are here, our board members, thank you very much. And I do want to say special thanks to Dawn Publication in California. Many phone calls to them, and he was so nice. We actually have the book you're going to see on the trail available afterwards if you're interested in a copy. We're happy to help you with that. Let's see. I think that's all I have to say. Oh, we have 2 special characters here too. If you'd like to get your picture made with them, they're from the story. So we have actual characters. We actually have the cover girl too, the deer from this story. I don't want to hold this up any longer. If the mayors want to come up here as they lead the trail and read the story to you, and then please come back, and we have a small reception, and there's snacks for the kids, and there's some, you can put your name on the tree. But we'll do the ribbon cutting, and then we will go and read our very special Storybook Trail at Pinkerton Park, and hopefully there's more to come. There are many more of these in our beautiful town. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tori, and to Friends of Franklin Parks. Let me give you an overview. The trail system starts right here at the first sign to your right. It's about a half mile. And boy, what a day makes. Yesterday we were standing in the same place. I had muck boots on. I had an umbrella. Dolores, Amy Herron, which played a big part in this, Tori, Tanner was here, Suzanne was here, and we're like, can we get this show on tomorrow? So if you look at the far distance, it's toward the north. Those signs down there were underwater yesterday about this much. So you have to remember this park is in a floodway. So whenever the Harpeth River backs up, it just pushes back. But the good thing about it is when it goes down, it really takes the water back out. So our guys are right here all morning, and thanks to those for trying to clear the trail system off for us so that we're able to walk around. So we'll get started with the ribbon cutting. Mayors, we'll try to move up here to the sign if you like, and we'll do the ribbon cutting. Thank you all for coming out.
Everybody grab a hold without your fingers in the way. Who's going to do the countdown?
I will. I can do that. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.